Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see the subject Foundation Engineering. So this is for third year and fifth semester as per Anna University Regulation 2021. Myself, Dr. Vignesh, I'm Assistant Professor in Akshaya College of Engineering and Technology. So Unit 1 tells about the site investigation and selection of foundation. So today we are just going to see the introduction about what is the importance of soil investigation or site investigation, and which is very important for selecting our foundation, whether it is type or how much depth has to be the foundation. So which will decide the stability of any type of construction activity in the site. So first we need to ask what is called as soil exploration. Then why we need to study about the soil exploration. So if you go for any structure, construction of any structure, the importance of ground conditions or the information about the ground condition is very significant. So that is the reason we are just analyzing how the soil condition will behave for different loading conditions. That is how much load the soil will bear. So once we know the properties of the soil, the type and depth of the foundation can be decided. So that is why we need to get the basic information about the soil. That's what we are going for the soil investigation or the site investigation. So what we will be able to know when we do soil investigation or site investigation, we'll be able to know the structure of the soil, how much it will load, that is how much the capacity of load will it takes place, and what is the behavior when the loading conditions are applied on the soil, how it behaves for different loading conditions. So which will help to design the substructures and the retaining structures such as dams, canals, and other water related structures. Next, if there are some problems happens in the soil, when we are able to investigate the soil at the basic study, if there are any existing problems available in the soil, it will help to relocate or identify remedial actions to be improved so that the soil, the construction can be taken place at that time. So what we can do in soil exploration, so there are different stages in soil exploration. The first one is a walk-in survey or the just site visit. So without any advanced equipments, using very portable equipments, what are the details to be collected, which can be collected is called as the site visit or the quick visual inspection. It is also called as walkover survey. The basic informations are collected through walkover survey. And if there are any detailed studies to be done, there are different other advanced methods to collect the site investigation, that is the properties of the soil. So when we come to the importance of investigations, that is we have field and laboratory investigations. So what we will fetch is the necessary data regarding the soil for proper design and successful construction. So that whole process is called as the soil exploration. So the importance of soil exploration, not only in terms of stability, but also the total project cost can be determined when a proper soil exploration is done. So that is 0.05 to 0.2% of the total project cost can be saved when a proper planning, that is a proper site exploration or soil exploration is detailedly done. So this is the reason we are just going for the soil exploration. What are the benefits we can obtain is what explained in this PPT. So next one, objectives of the soil investigation. So what are the objectives? What is the general information we can get? Assess the general suitability of the site. General suitability in terms whether there are any availability of water source, or is the soil condition loose, or is the soil condition tight to hold the structure. So those are the information we can get. So bearing capacity of the soil, next point is, it is an important property of the soil which tells about how much the load can be bared in that soil. So that also we can identify using soil investigation. Next one is the select type and depth of foundation for a given structure. So this is a very crucial point here. So when you know some basic properties, you will be able to select the type. So different types of foundations are there, which we will be seeing later in our syllabus. So different types, there are different types you can select, and the depth. Depth plays an important role in terms of economic cost for a structure. So what depth to be the foundation? For that also we can decide using the soil investigation. Then settlement. What is the maximum probable settlement? That is, there are two types are there, total and differential. How much settlement it will take place, the foundation will take place. That also we can identify using soil investigation. So next one is investigate the nature and depth of each stratum. So under the ground, there are different stratums and different levels and sub levels of soil are there. So each sub levels, we can identify the property and we can decide the how much foundation to be done. Last one is groundwater conditions. So ultimately, when you go down deep the earth for going for the foundation, you will be able to locate some water availability in the ground. So it will be so the soil investigation helps in finding about how much groundwater is there, at what depth it is available. So these are informations we can obtain through soil investigation. So there are some more points are there which we will be seeing. So if there are any problems when going for site investigation, that also we can identify. And if there are any existing issues are there, the soil investigation helps in doing some remedial actions. So next point is ensure safety of existing structures. In case if there are any existing structures nearby, the soil investigation will help in telling about the condition of the soil at that particular time, so that the existing structures also can be safeguarded. Next point is investigation the occurrence of any natural or man-made changes in conditions and the result from those changes. If there are any problems arise due to natural and man-made changes in the soil, it will be the soil investigation helps in telling the any small or big changes in the conditions, that also we can identify. Any construction materials which are available nearby, that also can be used for the soil investigations. And like bearing capacity, there are other two properties such as shrinkage and swelling potential, that also can be identified using site investigation. Next one is lateral earth pressure on the soil, drainage at the soil, how the water is going outside of the particular site, and what is the water which is percolating inside the soil can also be identified using site investigation. So there are different points, different objectives are there. So n number of benefits or advantages we can get through proper soil investigation. So these are the highlighted points related to the objectives of soil investigation.